Alright guys, so I managed to fix all the issues and all the wiring problems with my autonomous slash remote controlled robot car here. So first I had it in a right here. First I had it in this like really small plate here. It was like really small, like when compared to, like look at the size, comparison. Now we have much more space and we can handle all these wires coming through much better, okay? But right here is the battery connector. So if we connect this here, it's gonna start, so you can see it starts moving. Let me just, I'm putting it through the wrong thing, so. Yeah, as you can see, I haven't put it in all the way, but yeah, you can see it starts moving. I don't really want to put it all the way because then it starts going crazy. But yeah, we've basically, assured that everything is working. So like, everything, we are running the 4 motors. It's going forward this way. Everything's wired up right. Nothing is very loose. I mean, some things are a little loose because all this wiring is crazy. But, I even put, a little tape to, tape everything so it doesn't move and fall out. Right, so everything's pretty much all good. So we have everything, like all the electronics, all the circuitry wired up. But now it's time to move on to make this remote controlled. So we're gonna use 2 joysticks, I think. I haven't really looked into this. I don't really know how I'm gonna. I think mapping it is not that bad, but I don't know like how I'm gonna. You know what I mean, like. I know you can control it with the Y and X, right? But, I have to see like how I'm going to, if I need 2, if I only need 1. I need to look into this a little more. I was thinking maybe doing it wirelessly, but I don't know if the nano, I have to research this stuff. But yeah. And then, like the problem with this, these joystick modules is that, you have to do it, with a wire, which doesn't really make sense, right? Because like, why would you do it with a wire? You know what I mean? Because you have to connect it with, with some cables, with some wires, right? So then, you can't really do that. You kind of want it wirelessly. So I might look into that, how I can control it wirelessly with a nano. I could replace it and just, get like, another Arduino, but I'm probably not going to do that. But yeah, this is what we have so far. I will look into how I'm going to make it, remote controlled. But we also need to point out that it's not only going to be remote controlled, I also want to make this autonomous, okay? So we're going to use this ultrasonic sensor here, and we're probably going to put it, I don't know, over here in the front. And, we're going to have a turret. So I have, right here I have this, turret here. It's not going to be this big, we're probably going to take all this part off. We only need 1 servo that rotates, that like rotates it like this. Yeah, but, we're going to use one of those turrets so that we can move the ultrasonic sensor around so that, it can sense, obviously, it can sense the distance of the objects, and then we're going to implement a distance, an object detection algorithm so that we can detect the objects and then move accordingly, okay? So that's basically, where where the autonomous stuff comes in, okay? But yeah, guys, this is basically the progress right now. Hope you stick around for later.